A good kicking before lockup? The hypocrisy of Danny West. I was going to write about something more optimistic today. Maybe dust off the spacesuit and continue the saga from Brighton to the moon. But alas, Sussex Life rejected it. So instead, let's talk trolls. Again, not because I want to, because I have to. Let me shine a light on the utterly staggering hypocrisy of a man named Danny West. A man quick to report me to the police for the apparent crime of impersonating a police officer, yet who actively condones, encourages, and incites actual violence against others. Take this public exchange. Pip Smoker, they need locking up together. Danny West. Not before a good kicking first. Pause. Read that again. That's not a private message. Not an impulsive outburst. That a public comment by someone who would later go on to accuse me of crossing a legal boundary. Let's be clear. A good kicking is incitement to violence. It's a call to harm. And if I or anyone else said the same about Danny or his friends, the police would be knocking at our doors before the ink dried. This is the world we're in. One rule for them. Another rule for us. Let me ask a reasonable question. If Danny West is so quick to report someone for something as minor as a satirical impersonation in a comedy video, isn't it fair to conclude he himself has broken the law by inciting violence? Under UK law, it's a criminal offense to encourage others to commit violence. You don't need to throw a punch. You just need to plant the seed. And that's exactly what Danny West did, publicly, smugly, and with zero remorse. And it gets worse. Danny West's misogynistic abuse of Kaylee Anov is disgusting. She's a vulnerable woman, already living in trauma after being separated from her children. For years, she's been hunted by the same trolls who've tried to destroy me, and Danny West is one of the loudest voices in that mob. His words? She's a vile cunt who deserves a slap. That's not just trolling. That's hate speech and incitement to violence against women. A vile attack on a mother, a survivor, a human being, from a man who dares with a badge of veteran and hero. Don't make me laugh. My 15-year-old son is more literate and emotionally intelligent than Danny West, and he's never once needed to call a woman a cunt or suggest she deserves a slap to feel like a man. Danny's spelling, grammar, and moral compass all belong in the same bin, the one marked hazardous waste. Now let's zoom out. Last night, I had the misfortune of another slanderous smear. A woman I'll call B labeled me a P4O, her coy little way of calling me a pedophile, without spelling out right. That's the kind of veiled language trolls use now to avoid moderation, but we all know what's meant. Rather than lash out, I did something radical. I offer to share my full witness statement. Yes, the same one I'd submit under oath in a court of law. I said for your eyes only. Complete transparency. That's the best way I found to counter the lies A.J. Lashbrook spins about me, by simply telling my story in full. Her response? She accused me of trying to send her CSA, child sexual abuse, material, a witness statement, and immediately rang the police. I told her, say hi for me. This is a sick game they play. I offer truth. They scream abuse. I offer evidence. They twist it into something sinister. I show my face. They hide behind aliases and false narratives. And yet, I'm the one branded the monster. Where is the justice? Where is the accountability? Why is someone like Danny West allowed to encourage mob violence with a good kicking and face no consequence, while I get reported for telling my side of the story? Conclusion: let's stop the theater. We're dealing with a generation of pretend victims who weaponize the police as a customer service department for their feelings. They'll scream help the moment their own venom is reflected back at them, but they'll cheer on violence when it's aimed at people like me or Justin P. It's theater. It's not about truth. It's about control. Trolls like Danny West don't care about safety, law, or justice. They care about silencing people who threaten their fragile lives. And I'm not playing along. Let that be known.